The door between the worlds is open. A.W. Tozer wrote that in his book, The Pursuit of God. In the book of Revelation, chapter 4, John says, "After these things I looked, and behold, a door was standing open." The door between the worlds is open. John saw this door. And look at what happens. A voice I heard, like the sound of a trumpet with me, said, "Come up here." The door between the worlds that is open is above the things of the earth. If we are to enter into, pass through the door between the worlds that is open, we must leave the things below. Come up here. Then he says, "I will show you what must take place after these things." It is passing through the door between the worlds that is open by leaving the things below that God is able to show us things. There's nothing for God to show for those who don't leave the things below. But if we will leave the things below, then God is able to show. So it says here, immediately I was in the Spirit. This door between the worlds that is open is the realm of the Spirit. It is the consciousness of the presence of God. And it is wide open for all those who will leave the things below. Eric, what does it mean to leave the things below? The things concerning ourselves, self-consciousness, letting our surroundings determine what we think or how we feel. It is the things below are the lusts of the flesh, the boastful pride of life, the lust of the eyes. These things are from below. They are not from above. They are contrary to the love of God and the wonder and majesty of who Jesus really is. In the Spirit, John says. So we have the door between the worlds that is open. We must leave the things below to pass through it into the Spirit. But here is where God shows us something. And what do we see? One sitting on the throne. This is what the Spirit, being in the Spirit, opens up for us. A consciousness of the one who sits upon the throne. There is no way at all to be aware of God's presence and to live aware of God's presence if we do not pass through that door that is standing open by leaving the things below. It is only in the Spirit that we can see, perceive, give attention to, adore, and be conscious of God. And that's what we see here with John. But I also wanted to show you that in the 8th verse, there are these creatures that surround the throne, and they are full of eyes. Eyes within and eyes without. Eyes, if you don't know, are for seeing. They exist so that one can see. And they are full of them. Which means at any point, they can see God from every aspect of their being. I was reading this and I thought to myself, it's incredible that their worship never ends. They ceaselessly say, "Holy is the Lord." And it hit me. Their ceaseless worship comes from their ceaseless vision. They are always seeing, so they are always saying, "Holy is the Lord." And it caused my heart to cry out to God and say, "Lord, give me more eyes upon you." What does that mean? I want eyes, more eyes on my body? No. It means a consciousness of God in every area of my life, no matter what portion or part of my life that you look at that is looking at God. That portion of my life is gazing upon God in worship, seeing Him who sits on the throne in every aspect. My marriage, my children, the ministry, friendships, everything having its eyes fixed upon God. It also says within. They have eyes within. It means I'm not looking at myself on the inside. It means I'm looking at God. It means I can't look at the things, the thoughts that come in from the side, or things that people have said that stick on the inside of me. These withins have also got to be turned to look at God. The eyes within, the eyes without, all staring upon Him who far exceeds anything that can happen to us in this life, anything anybody can do to us in this life, and we can live in a constant state of worship, saying, "Holy is the Lord." In Revelation chapter 4, also verse 10, it says that they fell down before Him who sits on the throne and worshipped Him. Worship and falling down are very linked. Real worship lays everything at the feet of Jesus. Its mind, its eyes, its ears, its mouth, all of these things are laid down at the feet of Jesus. That is worship. And we can worship God in everything in our lives by subjecting all of our feelings, all of our thoughts, all of what we have to say, all of what we've heard, all of how we see things. Take all of this and lay it down as inferior to Him. That He deserves more attention, that He is more exalted, He is greater, and He is more deserving of love and attention than all of these other things. That is a life of worship in every aspect of our lives. And I want to say this statement to you, and I've said it a million times, but it is so worth it. The only way to live in heaven on the earth is to do on earth what they do in heaven. The only way to live down here as they do up there is to do down here what they do up there. So I wonder if you'll pray with me today. Lord, give me more eyes upon you, because I want to give you the kind of attention and love, affection that you deserve. Take my eyes away from me and others and put them upon you, because here is my highest happiness when you are highest in my heart. Here is my unshakable peace when you sit upon the throne and all my attention is upon you. Here is the satisfaction of my soul, to rip my attention away from the inferior things and give them to the superior one. I worship you. I praise you, Lord. Touch every viewer, Lord. Fill them with your Spirit. Help them to recognize the door between the worlds is open, God, and to pass through it by leaving the things concerning themselves, low thoughts, even high thoughts of themselves. May they come out of themselves by forgetting themselves and enter into the highest realm of existence, worshiping, adoring God, and more specifically, Christ, the perfect expression of God. I love you. I worship you. I praise you. Amen. Thank you so much for watching. May the Lord continue to bring you to His chest so you can gain access to the divine treasure chest. God bless you.